Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's finally here. I finally made my YouTube channel and I'm making my YouTube debut. For people who don't know me and are just now joining my journey, I wanted to go ahead and make this video just to introduce myself, let you guys know some like random facts about me and just, bring you into my life a little bit. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm just going to be doing a simple beats on my face and then yapping about myself. Before we do that, make sure you like this video, share it, and subscribe, okay? And also follow me on Instagram, theprototype_, if you have not already. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So my skin is super oily, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and start by putting on my translucent powder. Actually, no, I'm going to start with my primer, actually. I got this Milk Hydro in the trial size from Sephora. Hydro Grip Primer. So this is not for oily skin. It's not. But we're going to make it work. And I like it so far, actually. I like the finish it gives my makeup. It makes my skin look like better. Okay? So while I let this Milk Grip, whatever it is, primer, sink into my face, let me just go ahead and tell you guys some stuff. So clearly my name is Tashara. I am a digital creator. I like that word better than, or like that phrase or term, whatever. That title, that's what it is, that title. Better than saying blogger or influencer, because I'm clearly now on multiple channels. So I have my Instagram page, I have a blog, tashararobinson.com, and now I have my YouTube channel. So I like digital creator. I've been a digital creator for over a year now. I started in April or May of 2019. I started on my Instagram. And on my Instagram, I actually started this journey with just like micro blogging. I started that because I was starting my business, Creme de la Beauty, selling hair extensions and lashes. And I was like, you know what, I need to build my personal brand because nobody know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Outside of like Seattle, the Seattle area, no one knows who I am. I need to build my online presence. Let me go ahead and start setting my primer. I use this Morphe translucent powder. I'm going to put this on my face because, like I said, I'm very oily and I need all the help I can get. Back to my online journey. So when I started my blog, I started it by microblogging, and I did it because I wanted to build my online presence because I was starting my business, Creme de la Beauty. At that time, I also had a podcast as well. I'm no longer on that podcast. So I was doing like 3 different things: my business, my blogging, and then my podcast. And I started to actually really enjoy the blogging part of it the most. That's what I got the most of my attention. And so ultimately, I put my business to the side. I'm still working on like rebranding it and like actually considering if I want to continue doing it. And then I stopped doing the podcast earlier in the year of 2020. So I'm just solely on Instagram and on my blog and now YouTube now, building my online community and being a digital creator. So now that I put that translucent powder on, what I'm going to do next is fill in my eyebrows. I'm not going to piss myself off by using like a cream or gel to fill my brows. I'm just going to use a pencil because we all know that's way quicker and easier, okay? I'm using this Rimmel London pencil. It's down to a stub, like I said, but I use it in the color black brown. So what I like most about Instagram and like blogging is I like the fact that I'm building an online community. I like the fact that I'm sharing my story, what I've learned, what I'm learning. And I like that I'm like inspiring and empowering women, and I like the fact that they do the same for me. They inspire me, they empower me. I love the fact that online communities can be so like empowering, right? And so that's what I love the most about it. That's why it's getting all my attention, and I want to do it full time eventually. So when I fill my brows in, like this is how it be looking, like thick as fuck, but I'm gonna fix it, okay? So I am 28 years old as of October 20th, 2020, but in like what, 2 weeks now? On the 31st, I'll be 29. I'm a Scorpio, clearly born on October 31st. And I have mixed feelings about being almost 30. I'm kind of like, damn, my 20s is really over. I need to live it the fuck up. I'm about to cut the fuck up for the rest of my 20s. But yeah, so I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. I just looked at it. Scorpio Sun, Gemini rising, and Virgo moon. That's what I am. This is all gonna sound real crazy, what I'm about to say right now, okay? So I have 4 other brothers and sisters, but I was raised an only child. So I'm my mom's only child, but my dad has had 4 other children. So I was raised by myself, even though I have other siblings. And I'm born and raised in Seattle. I still live in the Seattle area to this day. I did move to Georgia for grad school. So let me just back up. So I'm a social worker. So when I'm not creating or doing whatever I want to do, I am a social worker. I work in the healthcare field. So I'm about to clean up my brows with MAC Studio Fix Concealer. I use this in the color NC50. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought. Born and raised in Seattle, and I'm a social worker. That's what I was talking about. I work in the healthcare field. And I went to University of Washington. For undergrad. I majored in social work, minored in diversity. I also almost had a history minor, but I don't think I had enough time to complete that before I graduated. And then I went to the University of Georgia for grad school, and my grad program was in social work as well. When you get your BA in social work, it only takes 1 year to get your master's in social work, which is pretty dope. What I wish I would have done, honestly, is I wish I would have went to a smaller school. I also wish I would have went to an HBCU. Okay, y'all, I had to finish my eyebrows off camera because that yapping and doing my makeup at the same time was becoming too time consuming. Okay, so I just put my brows on. Now I'm about to move on to my foundation. So I've been loving Il Maquillage. I believe that's how you say it. Il Maquillage. I use the color 215. So I believe what I left off talking about was I wish I went to an HBCU or a smaller school. For undergrad, I actually applied to Howard and Michigan State University. I got into both, but I ended up not going to either one, clearly. I went to University of Washington because it was the cheapest option. I was getting clearly in-state tuition. I ended up getting the Husky Promise, which is like free tuition. So I ended up getting that my sophomore year, throughout my senior year at University of Washington. And Howard, they lost my financial aid paperwork. Michigan State, I think they gave me like a grant that was worth like 2 pennies. And so I just was like, okay, it's not worth it. So I ended up just going to use that because it was, you know, the cheapest option. So after grad school, I moved back to Seattle because I couldn't find a job in Atlanta. And I think it was more so because I was being too picky. And I was like, if I don't have a job in this, then I don't want it. Which I should have just been like, get a job that pays me enough to live on my own and worry about getting my dream job later. That's what I should have done. Like, in hindsight, I'm like, okay, sis, you didn't try hard enough to stay down there. So I'm about to go back in with my MAC Studio Fix Concealer and NC50 to conceal my under eyes. So NC50 is my all-purpose concealer. I use it to clean up my eyebrows. I use it as my eyeshadow primer. I use it for my under eye concealer as well. Sometimes I even use it like on my face to conceal as well. I use it for everything. I'm just one of those type of people who I'm not a makeup junkie anymore. I used to really be a makeup junkie like 10 years ago, but I'm not that girl no more. I like to keep everything simple. So since we are keeping it simple today, I'm just gonna like quickly dust some eyeshadow on my eyes and keep it pushing. So I'm using this lip bar palette. I got this from Target. I'm gonna use this color for my lid. Okay, so like I said, I moved back to Seattle after I graduated in 2016 from University of Georgia with my master's degree. I got a job immediately. Like, I got a job when I was still living in Athens, Georgia, like about to be done with my program. And then I just moved back and then started my job right after that. And now I want to move again. I've been here for so long. Pretty much I've been here for 28, almost 29 years of my life. And I'm tired of it. Like, I want something new. I want to change the scenery because I'm just too comfortable here. Like, I know I've just been here for too long, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people, either they love their hometown, they never want to leave, or they hate it and they leave, or they stay and just be bitter. So for my crease, I always use MAC Blunt. I use this for my contour, to set my contour as well. I talked about this a little bit on my Instagram before. I'm interested in relocating. I'm thinking about relocating to DC. I would love to relocate to Atlanta. I definitely would, but I know I'll run into the same issue with like the job market not being that good. You know, I'm privileged to be living in Seattle where like if you don't really go without a job. Like, unless there's like you have some really like serious like things holding you back or whatever from finding a job, you don't go without a job. Our economy is like amazing up here in Seattle. So and I'm pretty sure it's the same in DC as well. So I'm interested in like relocating there, just somewhere where there's more black people. Like, let's be honest, I usually set my brow bone with just the same powder I use on my face. Like I said, my routine is real simple, y'all. So I use MAC mineralized skin finish in dark. Let's get into some like fun shit. Like, I've been talking about work and all that stuff for too long. I am single. I've been single for years. I honestly have not been in like a relationship. I've been in several like long-term situationships. And let me clarify, like, there's one that I blogged about. I was dealing with him from like almost like 3 years, 2 to 3 years, whatever. Maybe, I think it was 3 years, almost 3 years. Anyway, we dated very short term. Like, I'm talking about like a month or two. And then we broke up, but we were still dealing with each other for years after that. So that's the most recent person that I was like more serious with. Before that, I had a series of flings. But in undergrad, I was dealing with someone for a few years as well. Same situation, except, well, I guess not the same situation. In this situation, it was kind of like, he didn't want to say we were together, but he wanted to act like we were together. Just some damn bullshit, y'all. So I pretty much only really been in like maybe two, I guess we'll call it like 2 relationships as an adult. I had one in my early 20s. He's such a loser. We're not even gonna count that. So I haven't had, I would say, like a healthy relationship as an adult, which really sucks to say. Like, to say that really hurts me to my core, y'all. So I'm single, and because I've been through so much bullshit and I allowed myself to be in so much bullshit, I'm gonna stay single until I find someone who is seriously worth my time. So this year has been all about like, girl, you're not about to waste your time with these men no more. So I'm about to go into my Juvia's Place concealer to do my contour. Last time I did this, I used way too much and I was looking crazy. So hopefully I don't do the same thing today. I'm already feeling like this might be too much. I'm gonna blend this out. Ooh, Jesus, I think it's too much. Let's try to make this work. Okay, so off camera, I kind of just used my foundation brush to kind of like blend it in a little bit more. It's also a new product I'm trying. It's Fenty Beauty. What is this powder called? Pro Filter Setting Powder. I'm using the color Hazelnut. Before I put this on, I'm just going to clean up my contour with my all-purpose concealer, MAC Studio Fix in NC50. So like I was saying, I am just staying single for as long as until I find someone who is like really worth it. Like, I'm just working on becoming a better self. I'm working on becoming a better person, working on my business ventures, just being me, you know what I'm saying? And once the right man comes into my life, then he will come into my life, and he's gonna be lucky because I'm gonna be that bitch. I'm already that bitch, but I'm really gonna be that bitch once he comes around. So I would describe myself as an ambivert, so like both introvert and extrovert, but like heavy on the introverted side. Clean up my setting powder with my all-purpose powder, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. My favorite TV shows are Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's the only Real Housewife franchise I watch. I don't watch Real Housewives of Potomac. It never really stuck for me. I might give it another chance though. So I'm going to spray my face with this rose water here. Got this from Target. So I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta, Lovecraft Country. Like, bruh, that had me on the edge of my seat the entire season. That show is amazing. Like, I'm not even gonna get into it because you have to talk about Lovecraft Country for like at least 30 minutes for anyone to understand what you're talking about, because there's so many themes and things to explore in that show. So I watched that. I used to watch Power. I haven't watched the new spin-off of Power yet, but I need to get into it. So I'm going into my MAC blush. I've been having this for so long, I don't even know what it says on the back. This is Raisin. This is the blush I use all the time. Like I was watching, or I've been binging, or I finished Girlfriends. I'm now giving Sister another chance. I couldn't finish Moesha because that show was way too annoying for me. So I've been rewatching all the Strong Black Lead shows on Netflix. I just really have my select few shows that I watch, and I kind of don't really try anything new. And that goes for like music as well. Like I have the artists that I like. It's really hard for me to give anyone else a chance unless they have a song that really like hooks me. You know what I'm saying? For mascara, I use L'Oreal Million Lashes. One thing about me is I really like to travel. So I started traveling a lot like 3 years ago now. My first international trip as an adult was Vancouver, Canada. The last time I traveled out of the country before that I was really young, like maybe like under 10. And I went with my dad and my sister and her mom to Mexico. I barely remember that trip. For highlight, I'm going to use Becca Cosmetics. This is in Chocolate Gold. I've definitely been traveling a lot more. Like last year, I think I went on like 8 different trips. This year, so far, I think I've been out of town maybe 5 times. Oh, I'm going to spray my face again, y'all. I'm probably going to spray my face one more time, too. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to use the lip bar. This is in One Love. I got this shade from Target. My favorite drink is, and I'm talking about alcohol, girl. We ain't talking about that else. I love tequila. I'm a huge tequila drinker, but I recently started drinking Prosecco mixed with a liquor. So I'll either do Prosecco and whiskey or I'll do Prosecco and vodka. And I got it from Insecure, which is another show that I love. Okay, this is an Insecure stan account as well. Because Issa, one of the episodes of this most recent season, Issa was like, give me a Prosecco and vodka. I didn't think I would like it, but it's really refreshing, but it also gets you bent, okay? Because of that vodka. So it gives you a little extra alcohol percentage. So it'll get you there. If you're more of a wine drinker, but you want to get bent one day, definitely try that out. Prosecco and whiskey or Prosecco and vodka. I topped my lip gloss off with Juvia's Place. I don't think they sell this anymore. This is a Fumi. I think it's the Queen shade. I'm going to also line my lips because my lips are looking kind of crazy. So I'm using the lip bar in Straight Living. So for lashes, I'm using my brand, Creme de la Beauty. These are in Beautiful. Go back to talking about traveling. So my favorite trip thus far was Cabo when I went 2 years ago, 2018. That was like my first like passport needed trip as an adult. I really enjoyed my time there. It was amazing. Okay, if you haven't been to Cabo, you need to go to Cabo. Okay. My least favorite trip was probably like Dominican Republic, but I think just for, not because of it being Dominican Republic, but I think just other things. Like I wasn't there for that long. I think I was just there for 3 days. The resort we stayed at was subpar. It was not nice at all, but it was all inclusive, like 4-star resorts. Like we had to switch rooms because there was there was like maybe things broken there, or maybe something was leaking. There was so much shit going on in that room. So I enjoyed myself, but it wasn't like the best vacation I've ever been on. And I don't know if I would ever go back to DR. Um, like I'd much rather like go somewhere else where it's not like too touristy. Okay, y'all, my camera died and I do not have time to wait for my battery to charge. So we're just gonna have to finish it out on my phone. It's all janky right now, you know. This is my first YouTube video, y'all, so bear with me. Okay, so let me go ahead and lay my edges. I am using Gorilla Snot earwax. So before I was rudely interrupted by my camera dying, I was talking about where I want to travel, and I ended up talking about like Ghana and how Ghana is open. And other places in Africa are open for US travelers, but I much rather wait until travel is like completely open and we're like back to normalcy, if that ever happens. I have faith that it will, before I like start traveling again, like across the country, across the world. I kind of just want to wait a little bit longer, and I also need to save some money. Like I don't have money to just fly to Africa and just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? And I also need the PTO. Just so much goes into it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my first YouTube video. I'm gonna start posting. I'm gonna start off by posting once a week. I'm gonna see how I feel with doing that, and I might like increase or decrease. Just depends on like how I'm feeling. Like I don't want to overwhelm myself. I'm already like really active on Instagram, and of course I have to continue to work. You know, I gotta pay my bills. Someone gotta pay my bills, girl, because I ain't got no sugar daddy and nothing like that. So I'm just gonna start with once a week and go from there. If there's anything specific you guys want to see from me, let me know. One thing I was doing on my Instagram page was like doing topic Tuesdays. I call them topic Tuesdays. I like pick like a random topic to like kind of like talk about every Tuesday, and so I feel like I'm gonna start doing that as well. If there's anything specific you guys want to see from me, let me know. Like I'm always, you know, willing to hear what you guys want to see. Go ahead and leave a comment below, or you can just like DM me. I'm always responding to my DMs, so you can follow me and DM me at @theprototype_, and you know, we can go from there. Okay, so like this video, comment, share, subscribe, of course. You know, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and there's more to come. Bye, y'all.